Okay, now that we're done labeling all those graphics for me, I'd like to show you a bit of how I do some lip syncing. First, let's go into this graphic of Ethan. You'll see that his mouth is also a graphic. If we go in there, we can see this bit of audio. That's his dialogue for this part.
Dude, who are you talking to?
Very short, very simple, very sarcastic. Now, if we zoom in and click on this, you'll see that each of these frames is different. Now, how I do lip syncing is I create a graphic of the different possible mouth movements, and for this in particular, we can see the different shapes of his mouth. We got closed teeth, we got it open, long, and we got an O for those oohs and awes. So, we'll just select that because, gotta zoom out for a sec. Now, let me well, let's see here. Just start out. You would have it closed, so do that. I think that's where the D starts in dude. And, let me see. We'll just go with that one for now. Duh. And that means we get to see his pearly white teeth for the duh sound because it's dud or dude in this case. Let's see if it's gonna be dude. We could use the O symbol. In fact, let's try that out. Let's go with that. Now we just got to close that up a bit. Do a little tween here so it's moving. Okay, I think this needs to be smaller when it starts out. It needs to start out right here. I think it ends right there actually, so let's get this over here. Okay, it's who, so we're gonna go back to that O for a second. Okay, now let's shrink this down because we can't have a still image of the mouth. It has to always be moving. Okay, so it's dude, who? Now it's gonna be you, so let's see here. Now this is gonna be a T sound, so we're gonna get the teeth out. Get the teeth out for the T sound. Okay, now we get here, like before, make that small, like Mario when he eats the freaking minus mushroom. I don't even think that's a real thing, but whatever.
Dude, who are you talking?
There we go.
Dude, who are you talking?
Now we'll go talking to, so 6 that. Now, let's see. Aw.
Who are you talking? Who are you talking?
Nah. This mouth is more for yelling, like, what are you doing? Stuff like that. But for this, it's just talking, so let's go with the regular one.
Who are you talking? Who are you talking?
Now this one I predict would be teeth, meaning this one back here is the final frame of its little animation, so we shrink that and tween that.
Dude, who are you talking?
Okay. Now we get back to the opening.
Who are you talking? Talking.
Now, I could do the teeth again, but I'm getting tired of the teeth, so let's just go with the mouth, and then back to the teeth. Or, nah, maybe not. Now, let's just go to here. Okay, now there's the final frame of that, so let's shrink that down.
Dude, who are you talking to? Talking to?
Okay, and the final frame will end on the regular mouth, and with this, do that. So it comes.
Dude, who you talking to? Dude, who you talking to?
There we go. And that is how you do lip syncing. And right away, gonna want to save. You probably can't see that window popping up because of the screen recorder, but it's saving, and now it's done saving. The reason being is because Adobe Flash, and to an extent Adobe Animate, has been known to crash several times. At least for me. So I save whenever, or at least I try to save whenever I do something big. Now, I want to show you something else here. I'm in the YowLife Gamerz Q&A because I want to show you how we do the anime style lip syncing. But real quick, I just want to go off screen here. We see Matt and Julie here, and they're more of cartoon characters. But I still gave them the anime style mouth. Mostly because I was lazy. Seriously, I couldn't come up with a new mouth system in the same animation and then, like, get it out on time. That would take forever. Besides, I doubt anyone would even care to notice. Whatever. But here's something that you should care to notice. Oh, wait, you can't because it was off screen. You know what I'm talking about? If we go to the right here, we can see Serenity was always there. That's right. When always with this expression of, oh my god. Like, are they really talking? So that's a bit of fun trivia, I guess, if you care to know. But if we go here, another thing I want to show you is if we zoom in on this coffee mug, it says naughty on it. And I thought that was a pretty good idea, but sadly you can't really notice it in the video because it's hard to read. Anyway, let's enter Serenity, and as we can see,
yes, kissing can be a poetic heel turn to a character's feelings.
This graphic contains all of her animations for this one shot. Now, in particular, let's go inside her mouth. Okay.
Yes, kissing can be a poetic heel turn to a character's feelings.
This graphic actually contains all the audio and dialogue of this one shot. So every time Serenity opens her mouth and words come out, it's all right here. Well, at least in this one shot. Let's go inside this graphic of her mouth, and as we can see, it's just a simple animation of the mouth opening and closing. I really love this style of lip syncing that's very prominent in anime. Mostly because it is so easy to dub. I mean, no, voicing anime is definitely hard. Voice acting, is no cakewalk. Well, it can be, depending on the character. Whatever, that's not what I'm trying to say. The point is, when I watch an anime and I see the characters talking, I believe they're talking. The lip syncing just works. And I think it's because it's so basic and easy. It's so interesting. I wish more shows did this. Not just anime, but like cartoons and stuff. Because it makes it so much easier to dub into other languages. It makes it so that you can get a wider audience and more people can understand it. Not all anime does this style of lip syncing. Like, top of my head, Avatar: The Last Airbender or Amethyst, Princess of Gemworld. They still did some sort of mutant anime style, American style lip syncing where the mouth moves with each syllable, if that makes sense. And I didn't like that so much. It was just weird. I mean, I love both shows, but yeah, the lip syncing could have been better in my opinion. Anyway, we can see that there's actually an uneven number of frames here, it opening and closing. Thing is, if this was even, it would look weird when you see the same amount of frames for it to open and to close. I like it when the mouth opens fast and closes slowly, especially when doing the lip syncing, because sometimes I like to reverse frames and make the mouth open slower or make the mouth open faster, and it just looks so much better. So that's anime style lip syncing, at least the way I do it right now. So now that we got that out of the way, I want to show you where I do the lip syncing, because one of the first things I do when I work on an animation is get all the lip syncing out of the way, because the lip syncing is one of the least fun parts, because everything else I could be listening to music or put on a TV show or something on YouTube and just hear that in the background, but with this I have to pay attention to the audio. So what I would normally do is the first scene I'd shove all my lip syncing in there and all the other movements and things and objects that I have to work on that are a bit more complicated. Right now it's just these lip syncing mouths. Each one of these is a different shot of the character talking. So like if we went into this one, it's no one, which is actually a continuation of this one. Oh, hey, Ethan. The reason why those are two different symbols is because of pacing. I gotta make sure the comedic timing's right, because if it just went...
Oh, hey, Ethan. No one, I guess.
You see how long that took? Now, that didn't feel right. What I mean is, I gotta make sure that the audio feels natural. Sometimes I have to separate some dialogue pieces in order to do that. Right now, I only got about 2 of these done, I believe. So, we're gonna have to do all these. And after I get all these animations done, then we can move on to something else. So, I'll see you next time.